Hey guys, welcome to week number 10 of the NFL season. We are well over half the season gone already. And we are 82 wins, 39 losses. So let's see how we did last week, and then we're going to predict week number 10. Alright, so the first game last week was the Packers versus the Niners. The Packers won 34-17. Packers did what I thought they were going to do. I picked the Packers, so I start off 1-0. Texans versus the Jags. I picked the Texans. The Texans won 27-25. So I go 2-0. The Giants versus Washington. A gruesome injury for Washington's quarterback, Kyle Allen. He is out for the rest of the season now. Giants got lucky, won this one 23-20. I picked the Washington Football Club. So I go 2-1. The Ravens versus the Colts. The Ravens dominated the Colts, so the Ravens won the game 24-10. The next one's the Lions versus the Vikings. I picked the Vikings. The Vikings won 32-10. And that makes me 4-1. Titans beat up on the Chicago Bears 24-17, so I go 6-1. 6-1. 5-1. The Panthers versus the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs. The Chiefs won 33-31 against the Panthers. That makes me 6-1. The Bills versus the Seahawks. I was like the Bills. I feel the Bills win this one, and Allen played on freaking real. So Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills quarterback, had an awesome week. He won Offensive Player of the Week this week. For the Titans, okay, just to go back to the Titans. Jeffrey Simmons won. The Defensive Player of the Week, AFC. So in the Bills, Josh Allen won the offensive with an unbelievable 400-yard game, 4 touchdown passes thrown, I guess. 44-34. Bills win. I picked the Broncos to beat the Falcons. The Falcons won 34-27. Falcons are a scary team, I tell you. Even though they start off not so hot, they're a scary team. The Raiders beat the Chargers 31-26. I picked the Raiders. The Cardinals lost to the Dolphins 34-31. I picked the Cards to win that one. That makes me go 8-3. Steelers beat up on the Cowboys 24-19. Beat up, not even close, because Cowboys were actually winning this game. So I was like, Steelers got lucky with this one. I picked the Buccaneers to beat the Saints, and the Saints, Drew Brees decided to say, it was like, no, I'm the better quarterback out of me and Tom Brady, and they won 38-3. Oh my gosh, not even, I should have picked the Saints, but I didn't. That made me go 9-4. And then the Monday Nighter was the Patriots versus the Jets, actually a better game than what people probably thought. The Patriots won 30-27 with a last-second field goal. So that made me go 10-4. So that makes my yearly record so far out of 9 weeks 92 wins, 43 losses. So that's pretty good. So we're probably at a 70% clip, 68% clip. So let's get that up a little bit. Let's have a perfect week here in week number 10. All right. So the first game on week number 10 is the Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. This is going to be a game for first place. While the Titans are in first place with a 6-2 record, the Colts are second place with a 5-3 record. I believe that the Titans will win this one, and they will have a 2-game lead at top of the division. The Texans versus the Browns. I'm going to pick the Texans to win this one. Both teams are battered and bruised pretty much, but I think the Texans will surprise the Browns this week. We have the Washington Football Club versus the Lions. Because they don't have Dwayne Haskins as their starter, Kyle Allen was their starter, is no longer the starter after his injury. They have Alex Smith, who had a horrendous injury 3 years ago, and just making his comeback now. I'm going to pick the Lions to win this one. So I'm picking the Lions to beat the Washington Football Club. The next game is the Buccaneers versus the Panthers. The Panthers are pretty hot. The Buccaneers are not after last week's game. I think the Bucs are going to lose again, and the Panthers are going to win this. No, they're not. I was going to say the Panthers, but no, the Buccaneers are going to be too much for the Panthers, I think, offensively. I think the Panthers will be able to score against the Buccaneers. I think it's going to be a close one. But yeah, I'm going to pick the Bucs to end up winning this one. The next game is the Jaguars versus the Packers. It looks like Jaguars rookie quarterback Jake Luton will be the starter for the Jags. Packers are going to have their full complement of running backs back. They have Devontae Adams. They have Marquise Scantling. The Packers are going to be too much for the Jags. I'm going to pick the Packers. The Bills versus the Cardinals. Because the Bills now have to go out west, I'm going to actually pick the Cardinals to win this game, and I think the Cardinals are going to do it in convincing fashion. The Chargers versus the Dolphins. This one is going to be an interesting one. We have two rookie quarterbacks. We have Justin Herbert of the Chargers versus Tua for the Dolphins. This one's a hard one to pick. I'm going to pick, I think Justin Herbert right now is the more polished quarterback. And I think the Chargers have a better defense than the Dolphins. So I'm picking the Chargers to beat the Dolphins this week. The Broncos versus the Raiders. I'm going to pick the Raiders to win this one. The Raiders are just too good. Broncos will not be able to hang with the Raiders. Or they might be able to hang with them, but they'll lose in the last 5 minutes of the game. The Seahawks versus the Rams. Oh, man. The Seahawks, they lost last week, but their offense was still really good. So I'm going to pick the Seahawks to beat the Rams here. This game could go absolutely anywhere. Depends on what Los Angeles Rams offense decides to come out. Is it the good one? Is it the bad one? But no, I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win this one. They're not going to lose 2 in a row this year. The Bengals versus the Steelers. I'm going to pick the Steelers for this one. The Bengals are a really good team. They're going to be good, especially if Joe Burrows can keep improving every week. T. Higgins can keep improving every week. They already have Tyrod Boyd and AJ Green, and then they have Mixon. Joe Mixon is their running back. The Bengals have a good offense, a good nucleus of an offense. I think next year they will start winning more games. They'll probably be at 6 or 7 wins next year. The 49ers versus the Saints. I'm going to pick the Saints. After last week, I'm a Saint believer now. So I'm going to pick Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints to win that game. The Sunday Nighter is a Ravens versus Patriots game. I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this one. The Patriots are just, I don't know, there's something about, Cam Newton. He just doesn't look like he fits in New England, but we'll see how the game goes. But I think the Ravens are going to end up winning. The Monday Nighter is the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. I'm going to pick the Vikings to win this one. Cook was the NFC Player of the Week last week. He's been the NFC Player of the Week for the last 2 weeks. He is on a hot streak right now. He's the running back for the Vikings. I could definitely see him running for 100-plus yards against the Bears and probably scoring 2 or 3 touchdowns. So I'm going to be picking the Minnesota Vikings. All right, so my record so far this year is 92 wins, 43 losses. Let's not get under 500. My picks this week are the Titans, the Texans, the Lions, the Buccaneers, the Packers, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Seahawks, the Steelers, the Saints, the Ravens, and the Vikings on the Monday Nighter. So those are my picks for this week. Alright guys, so remember to subscribe to the Cali and Join Squad. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Smash that thumbs up button. Share with your friends. Until next time, peace out.